we have to wait for our cue because it goes live on Facebook. So,
But you know what, there's something.
so welcome.
Exactly, so we don't just put this permanent grin on our face.
So welcome everyone to our design class this evening. We're excited to have so many of you with us, and we're going to talk just a little bit on customizing furniture and how that's going to really work to bring style and a little design and a little bit of your personal style into your home. I'm Lindsay, I'm one of the buyers here at the Boulevard and also a designer.
And my name is Wendy, I'm also a buyer and also a designer.
So when we think about customized furniture, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
You know, for me as a designer, I just think about all the many possibilities that you can actually choose from. There's so many different possibilities, from arms on a sofa to leg finishes. There's so many different things where you can really actually make your own sofa or love seat or whatever it is, your own signature style. So it's really great. It's really actually a lot of fun.
So absolutely. And so when we're thinking about customizing a piece of furniture, now as you notice, we are in our Bassett's HGTV gallery here at the Boulevard, and we are Southern Utah's exclusive HGTV Bassett gallery retailer. So we just have so many exciting things, and there's so many options when you're looking at to customize your furniture. So a lot of companies offer furniture that you can customize. So whether it's your they offer different fabrics that you can use. Maybe they offer a choice of nail head. But with Bassett, you've got multiple choices that you can do. So they have over 850 designer fabrics, which is a huge array.
That's a lot of fabrics.
Exciting fabrics. I mean, we just love coming down and just looking because it's like,
it's really fun.
Like fabric candy back there. And
It is.
But another great thing when you're looking at customizing a piece of furniture, you can customize not just the base of the sofa, but also the trim. So you've got just so many different options and styles there.
There really are so many different options. And with wood finishes, there's so many different wood finishes, painted finishes that you can actually customize for your different legs and arms. For example, for the dining room table, there's actually different finishes that you can do for the chairs as well as the table, and it's just endless, really.
Absolutely. One of my favorite things as well, because all of us are unique, we have so many different likes, and when we're looking from a design aspect, we want comfort as well and durability as well as what's going to fit into our home. So is the size of the couch going to be right? Maybe we've got a really tall husband, who 6'6", and so you've got long legs, so you need something maybe with a wider seat or a deeper seat, maybe a higher height. Maybe you're more petite and you want something less oversized. And that's one of the great things when you're customizing. You truly make it your own, and that's going to really fit better into your style in your home to really give you the room that you're trying to design and accomplish.
Exactly. So really you can actually choose so many different things as far as like even the nail head trim. If you'll notice behind Lindsay, the sofa has nail head trim, or you can choose not to have nail head trim. There's so many different options that we can have with those different features, as well as contrast welt. So the welt on a sofa or a chair is actually just the 1/8 inch little cord that's actually covered with the fabric. So instead of having that fabric actually covered with the same fabric, it's actually covered with a different fabric, even like a really bright fabric that can go as well. So it's really fun, all the different possibilities.
So really, when you're looking at your options to customize a piece of furniture, so we've all got different design styles. So whether you're maybe contemporary, maybe you are a modern traditional, maybe you're farmhouse, Southwest, even a Mediterranean, whatever your style is, there's something that's going to work for you. And the great thing is you don't have to do every piece in your room, but it just gives you so many great options. So you might have a couple of awesome chairs that you're like, oh, I love these chairs, but you're just having a hard time finding maybe the right sofa or the right accent pieces to go with it. When you're customizing something, you can absolutely just hit it spot on to where they look like they're made for each other.
And
So
that's the fun part of it, really.
is.
That's a lot of fun.
One of the first things that we look at, if we look at our sofas back here, so we've got 4 different styles of sofa. And the style that you pick is really going to make or break the look of the room that you're going for. So this sofa, and I love this. So this has what we call a T-front. So that means your cushion on your edges is coming right to the end, so it kind of overlaps the arm of the chair. We've got, it's a very, it can go contemporary, it could go farmhouse, it could go modern. I mean, it's a very transitional piece. You've got your beautiful clean lines, it's very just simple, and then of course very straight at the bottom. So it's a great transitional piece that is probably one of my favorite styles because it's so universal in design. But then if we look over here, we've got the key design in our arm, and in this particular one we've got the nail heads. Again, we've got straight lines, but it's a very clean transitional piece that can really adapt to so many different designs and rooms in your home. And the great thing, you don't have to match style. So if you've got some accent chairs and you're looking for a great couch, you know, you can mix your styles and really make it work. And where these pieces are so transitional in design, it gives you that flexibility that you can, you know, pull everything together very simply.
And Lindsay, I was going to say, there's so many different fun things that you can do. In fact, having all of the arms on your sofa, your love seat, and your chair, you really, that's kind of something of the past. It's really great to actually mix your styles. So mix your arms as long as they're similar in nature, as long as some of the arms are straight. It's just really great that you can actually mix a lot of different furniture now, and that's really a popular thing to do.
Absolutely. And at the back, you know, this sofa is a little hard to see, but if you look at the first picture, we've actually got that sofa in that picture. But this is a very classic, traditional styled sofa. We've got a full skirt. So that means a full skirt is your fabric is going all the way down to the floor, and it's going to be a loose, so it's not going to be a box cut. You've got your loose kind of flowing fabric. We've got overstuffed back. We've got your overstuffed round arms. So it's you just want to fall in and just relax and dive into this because it's just so comfy. But it's a very just classic design of a traditional sofa. But the great thing with that, again, it's another transitional piece. It doesn't have to go traditional, which I'll show you in a minute. And then our back sofa, we've got on the arms on here, we've got our Charles of London wrap arm, which is just a basic kind of quilt wrap over. Very simple, but again, we're a little more oversized. And if you notice the difference that a sofa with 2 cushions makes to a sofa with 3. So it's a completely different feel, isn't it? When you're kind of looking at those, it gives you just a totally different vibe in the style. So if you look again at your first picture, one of the things that I love, so we've taken this amazing traditional sofa and incorporated it. So you've got more of a traditional floral rug, but very muted soft tones, which, you know, then that gives you the capability in any room and design to pull a whole bushel of things, you know, together. We've used a beautiful soft gray backing with very simple wood cladding in a geometric design, and then beautiful modern pillows, accent pillows, and then your side chairs are a lot more modern and simple in design. So this look, you could take it farmhouse, you could take it you know, more of a modern traditional, we could take it cottage, we could even take it a Mediterranean, and it all depends on, as you can see, the fabric, what that you're using makes such a difference, I mean, completely to the look that you're going to get.
And Lindsay, I really love how they've taken all of those different elements, the different arm styles, and they've just really married everything together, and they've used really modern fabrics. So that's what's great, is just having that mix of modern and And like Lindsay said, mixing different styles, as long as they really work well together, that's really a great popular thing to do today.
Absolutely. And if you look at your second picture, so another thing that you want to consider is the color. Now, a lot of people get nervous when we talk color. It's kind of like a, you know, do we want to do color? Do we not want to do color?
Exactly.
You're laughing, but it's true, right?
We have the nods. Right? Exactly.
So I think so many times, you know, I mean, we all take that easy road of, oh, we'll just do the beige sofa, or you know, maybe we'll be daring and we'll do gray, because that's you know, that's pretty daring, right? So, but the great thing when you're customizing a piece, the choice is absolutely yours. It's like when you're building a house. You know, you're looking at the overall, you know, picture of you know what you want, you know what style, you know the color scheme. And the great thing with this, you can bring color into a furniture piece and really make it work. So if we look at our blue sofa over here in our showroom, that's a beautiful Bassett sofa, but we've got 4 different styles of fabric on that sofa. And you can see how they just transition together, absolutely beautiful.
It's very beautiful.
And so if you're a little nervous, but you want to do a pop of color, now you can see from this, they've done a beautiful navy blue sofa. We've got a gorgeous twill accent chair. So you've got different textures and fabrics, which, you know, help break it up. We've got a beautiful striped navy chair, and then a very simple muted rug. But I love how just the little pops of the mint green and a little brown accent is just pull that together so well. And again, you've got a beautiful, you know, classic look that you can really make work. If you don't want to do a big sofa, don't be, you know, afraid of color. Pick an accent chair, or go for a really colorful rug. But, you know, I always say, if you dare, step outside your box, you know, I'm looking at you two. So, exactly. And, you know, find a piece that's going to work for you, that you can really, you know, just, you know, pick a favorite color, make it your own, and don't be shy, because color really works in a room. And you can see just the difference, you know, if we pull our 2 images back to get, you know, together to look. The 2 completely different looks, but they both work so beautiful.
They really do. You know, I love color, and I'm a person that has always loved color. I feel like adding that pop of color in a room, it really just draws your eye to that piece, and really adds so much life to the entire room. Can you imagine walking into a room and just seeing nothing but beige or nothing but gray? How boring that would be. So really adding a pop of color, like Lindsay said, and even just an accent chair, that's not breaking the bank, and it's just adding, you know, the pop of color with an accent chair, and then throwing those pillows together that actually coordinate with that accent chair. And then you have your whole brand new look that has that pop of color that you intended for. So as far as the leg and wood finishes, this is another completely custom option that we have, that Bassett actually offers. So if you look at this sofa, it actually has a tapered leg. So that is a specific style called the taper leg. And then you look at this leg, this is actually like a spindle leg. And so the legs are very different from each other, aren't they? So this leg is actually more straight lined, and it actually works with more softer, contemporary, modern, actually very modern styles as well. So this leg is really great on a very modern sofa.
But you could also use this, you know, if you're doing like a modern industrial feel. I mean,
Exactly.
so many different, you know, ways, and pick what you like. I mean, don't be afraid to choose, you know, even if you think it's a design no-no, pick something that you like, because you'll love it.
You really will. You really will. Don't be afraid, because really you can come up with some really great things. And this spindle leg, because it is more of a curve leg, it actually really lends itself more to more of a traditional style. But then again, it can go more softer, contemporary, or transitional. If you look at the arms on this sofa, the arms are very straight, aren't they? It's a key arm, a keyhole arm, and so it's very straight. But then the spindle legs kind of break up that monotony of the straight and add add actually the curve to it. So really, don't be afraid to just kind of branch out and experiment a little bit, because there's so many possibilities. And as far as finishes go, there's actually a lot of finishes that you can choose from. So there's finishes from a brown tone finish to a cherry finish to different painted finishes. There's so many different options, and really the finish really changes the whole look of the entire piece.
It really does.
It does. It really does. So for example, on this room, the picture number 3, room setting, if you look at that, they've actually chosen, the designers in this vignette has actually chosen the spindle legs to actually be kind of more of a brown finish. And then the actual other pieces around the room, like the coffee table and the end table, are actually really close to the same finish, aren't they? So this is a very kind of traditional, very soft, transitional look where they've decided to match the woods. And this is great. This is great. If you like to match the woods, that you can go ahead and do that. Today, it's actually really popular to even mix woods. As long as the woods have the same type of undertone, for example, you can mix a brown finish of a wood with another brown finish that has more of a grayed wash. And if you have kind of grays and browns working in your room as far as fabrics go, those finishes will just really blend in and tie the whole entire room together.
Absolutely.
So as far as fabrics, that is what we're going to talk about next. And I love fabrics. This is our favorite thing. We get excited.
Is my favorite part of anything custom. So
it is. It really is.
Eye candy. It's amazing. And this is where you really make it unique to you.
It's really true. So like we have spoken about before, Lindsay and I, we get so excited when it comes to fabrics. It's just fun to just play with a bunch of fabrics and just don't be afraid. Just start digging in. Like, for example, we have this whole wall of 850 designer fabrics from Bassett. Also, we have other companies here at the Boulevard that also have designer fabrics where it's pretty much limitless with how many fabrics you can choose from, whether it's a solid fabric, whether it's a pattern fabric. There's so many different choices. And so it's really a lot of fun. So Lindsay and I are going to start playing with fabrics now, which is, like we said, one of our favorite things to do.
So we did. So we've got some great samples of just some of the things that we like that would work into, if we were designing a room, just a great combination. And they're just fun to just pull different patterns, different styles, geometric shapes and stripes, florals.
Exactly.
You can really mix and match your fabrics and make it work.
So what we decided to do with this more contemporary or transitional sofa is we decided to keep the base cover, which is a very neutral color, isn't it? So we decided to just play off of that fabric that is already there. And we decided we really wanted to pop a color, because can you imagine a sofa that's just, if we just left it the way it was in beige, it would be pretty boring, wouldn't it? So we're going to add that pop of color that just really brings it to life. So Lindsay and I absolutely love this fabric because it's gray and it has a floral. So it's just a really fun modern floral. Usually when you take a print that's a large print, you want to put that print in a pillow at the back of the sofa. So, so the big print just kind of anchors the whole entire sofa in the corners. And we don't show the opposite side of the sofa, but we would go ahead and put this same pillow in this big floral on the opposite end in the corner. And then we decided to break up that pattern to actually include a smaller fabric in a different color. So we've chosen this fabric, which has the golds and also is kind of a geometric pattern. So it really brings in the geometric features, which are so popular today, aren't they, Lindsay?
I love herringbone. I mean, that's probably one of my favorite layouts. It's just simple, it's timeless, but you can see how just fresh and modern it looks.
It is.
You probably, I don't know if you can tell or not, but you've got the raised stitch on the fabric that just brings out the texture and really brings that soft gold. It just pops, just beautiful.
It does. We both love this fabric. Whoops. So pretty much if you put this fabric and drape it on the second pillow, look how beautiful that is as an accent to this pillow, because it actually pops in the gold, because there's a little bit of gold in the center of the floral in this pillow. And then a lot of times it's fun to add a small rectangular pillow. Of course, this pillow is not the pillow that we would use on the sofa because the pattern isn't the right pattern. But we're just showing an example of placing a small rectangular pillow in the front of the other two pillows. And if we chose this fabric to place on there, look how nice that is, just to kind of bring your eye to the grays, which are over here, as well as it just is a good contrast to the gold, which is right next to it.
Absolutely.
So,
and then, of course, we touched kind of briefly on all of the different fabric trims that you can use. So you don't just have to have your cording. And when you're using different cordings as well as different fringes, you know, this is a softer, a lot thinner. This is a lot more bushy and fuller. And then you've got your simple cord. But each different trim will really give a different look. But again, it's something fun that if you like, oh, I love cording and I love fringe, mix it up. You know, you do, maybe your back pillow has your fringe and your other pillows have your cording or your welt. So it just gives you some really great options. Or if you just want something more clean and simple, you can just do it just, you know, plain. So again, it just gives you some great options.
which shows that there are so many options. It really is limitless. With this sofa over on this side, with the key arm, it's really kind of more of a modern sofa like we talked about, but it is transitional because the legs make it kind of modern / traditional. But we really kind of want to really modernize this sofa. So Lindsay and I chose 2 different color palettes of fabrics, and we really fell in love with both of them. But we wanted to show you that there are so many different possibilities in fabrics. With this same sofa frame, we've actually chosen this really fun tangerine velvet. So isn't that just a pop of color? Now we've decided, for those people that really want that pop of color, putting this fabric on a sofa.
Well, and velvet has made such a comeback in the design world. I mean, there's so many just amazing color choices. It's soft, it's rich, it brings depth to the piece of furniture, and it just blends. It wouldn't matter what other fabrics you put with it, it's going to work beautifully. So always keep that in mind. Velvet is no longer a no-no. It's yes, pick that velvet. So
I love velvets. They really have made a comeback. I actually have a velvet sofa in my house. So pretty much, if you look at this beautiful tangerine velvet fabric as the whole entire sofa fabric, look how fun it is to actually add a pop of color in a pillow. So if you picture the pillow on this side, so we have the bigger pattern of the pillow on the right side, and then a small pattern which really adds that pop of orange, but also has a little bit of that off-white or cream color, which actually ties in with the off-white or cream color that's in the bigger pattern. So we really have tried to tie those fabrics in together, but really add that symmetry by bringing all those fabrics together in a unified way. So, and if you look on the other side, your left side, we decided we wanted to do something very modern as well, but do something that was modern with the grays, but also was a softer palette. So we love this because we decided to go with a more neutral pattern, fabric, solid fabric, with a larger pattern in the gray. And this is a really fun modern fabric pattern. So we put the larger pattern on the corner pillow and then the smaller pattern in front, so it just really pops. Now it's really great to really use a combination of different pattern sizes, because it's really more interesting if you have different pattern sizes. If you have all large sizes of fabric patterns, there's just too much going on. And if you have too many small patterns, there's just not enough going on.
If you look at this picture.
Exactly. So with this picture, we've actually used some great fabrics. So if you refer to picture number 4, we've actually used the gray fabrics in the chairs and also in the actual pillows, in both pillows, the darker grays and the lighter grays. So there's a lot of different patterns, and if you'll notice that cute little orange pillow just really pops on the front. And so it's fun to really do that, to kind of create some excitement and bring a color in that just is going to just be dramatic and just pops when someone enters the room.
Absolutely. And so there's so many design options, there's so many choices when we're thinking about custom furniture, but it's not just the upholstery that you have options in. And so just to touch briefly on your wood choices, so if you look at picture 5 and 6, we've got the exact same table in both pictures, but the look and the style is absolutely completely different. So if we look at number 5, we've got a very soft transitional look, beautiful, clean. We've got the pinstripe fabric, the dark wood, and classic, elegant, beautiful. And you may think, well, that's not my style. I really like that, but it wouldn't work for me. Maybe your style, you want to go with the farmhouse or the cottage. So exact same table, but this is in the barnwood gray. And just the difference having the wood chairs all, with a gray paint, it's just night and day difference. So even with your wood, don't be afraid to mix up the styles. There really is something for everyone, and you can see how the same piece might give you one look, and you pick something completely different, and it works for both of you because you're able to customize what you're doing.
And it's such a great example what Lindsay just showed you of the 2 dining room sets, because it shows you that the capabilities for custom are just endless. And you can really take something that you would think traditionally, like the table, as one style, but change it into a completely different look because you add different styles of chairs around it. So that's a really great example.
Absolutely.
Of that.
So we hope that we've just really touched the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the options of customizing your furniture, whether you're going for ottomans, whether you're going for wood pieces, dining, your sofas, or even upholstery in your bedroom. There's so many different variations that you can do. Now, I just want to take just a brief minute to tell you about our next month class, because we've got some amazing things going on, very exciting things. Now, when everybody came in, Tyler gave you a raffle ticket. And like I said, we've got a drawing that we'll be doing for the knife set that we have. But before we do the drawing, so mark your calendars, because next month we have an amazing class. It's going to be on October 12th at 6 o'clock here in the store. And we're going to be talking about holiday decorating. So really something that we can help you make your home magazine worthy for the holidays. From your tabletop decor to your fireplace mantle, to a wreath on your door, or something on the wall. So we've got something for everyone to help you really make your home holiday ready as we're going to be going into Thanksgiving and Christmas season. Now with this class, we're going to be doing something really exciting. So I'm really excited. So for those of you who join us here in our showroom, in our store, and join us live for our class, you'll be given a raffle ticket when you come in, and at the end of our class, we will be drawing a winner for a 5-day cruise for 2.
A cruise.
Who doesn't want to win a cruise, right?
Exactly.
I want to win that cruise.
Me too.
So,
but we can't, so.
You have to be in the store to win. You have to be with us at the class to be eligible to win. So mark your calendars, October 12th, 6 o'clock here in our St. George store. At the beginning of the class, you'll get your raffle ticket. At the end of the class, we'll make the drawing, and that night, one of you is going to walk away with that cruise. So awesome. So we hope that we'll see everybody there. And Tyler, do you want to do our drawing?
Sure. Is there any questions that anybody has before?
Yeah, does anyone have any questions before we do our drawing?
Are we supposed to put our name on? Or does he have a duplicate?
He should have the duplicate,
he's got
right?
the other ticket, so,
Yeah, so you're fine.
You'll read the number.
So if you have to put a floor rug in there, how would you do that then? I mean, what would be
With
the
a rug?
criteria? Or
Well, depending on what you've chosen for your sofa, you can go with something soft and muted, or if you've gone, with something a lot plainer in your sofa, then, you can really go with something more vibrant and color. So it really depends where you want to get that pop of color from and how you want to
Exactly.
bring it into the room, because it will look different if your color is in your rug. That room setting will look different to if your color is your sofa. And that will look different if your color is your throw pillows. So again, really just deciding exactly what you want out of that room and where you want that color. Maybe you want your color in your accessories or on art pieces on the wall. So the choice is really going to be yours with that, but just know it will give a different feel and look to the room depending on where you use that color.
For example, with this sofa example that we have, because the sofa is so light in color, it would be great to really add a pop of color for the rug. And there's a lot of patterns going on, in the pillows already, so I would suggest using a solid color rug that's even a shag rug. Shag rugs are really popular today. Going with even a dark gray or rug would actually look amazing because it would really pop the dark grays that are in the pillows. So that's just one example.
Right. Any other questions? You guys are quiet tonight.
You are.
So, you got a question?
I kind of want you to sell me on Bassett. Tell me how come Bassett's a better company than maybe a different one in your store.
So one of the things that I love about Bassett, it is America made. So you know that you're getting a custom built piece, you know, each piece is hand built for you, exactly to your specifications. So for example, with your sofa, you can do a down pillow, you can do a down blend. Maybe you want a coil and a foam, maybe you want something that's more firm or something that's a lot softer. So you have full capability to get exactly what you're looking for. I mean, they stand behind all of their products and everything is American made, which is, you know, definitely a plus. And you know what you're going to get. And their turnaround is, I think it's a 30-day turnaround. So when you custom a piece, I mean, 30 days is amazing that they can hand make exactly what you've ordered. You know, I want down back pillows and I want a firm seat and I want 3 different types of fabrics and I want this trim and this style and this nail head, and they're going to deliver it in 30 days. I mean, that is the Bassett difference.
It really is, because I've worked with a lot of different companies where I've ordered custom sofas and chairs, and sometimes the turnaround is 8 weeks or even longer. So Bassett, their turnaround time is really great. That's a great feature. So, any other questions? Okay.
All right, so I think we'll go ahead with our drawing. And for those of you still on Facebook, remember with our class next month for our amazing cruise, come into the store, join us for the class. It's going to be so fun, so hands-on, and one of you is going to walk away with a 5-day cruise for 2, so can't beat that.
Yeah, who doesn't want that?
So have you guys got your little tickets ready? And we've got a great kitchen knife set that we're giving away tonight. So
Okay.
we'll let Tyler do the
guess
honors.
There's a fun little knife set. There's 6 knives in there. That's fun. Plus a little a little bucket. But I'll let Lindsay here pick the winner.
We just put our tickets.
Oh,
yes, you do.
did you?
You have the match. I have the matching side in here. So if your number matches to this number, you're the
Okay, so who has number 4226186?
Yay! A winner!
Congratulations!
winner. Here you go. You're welcome.
And what's your name?
Sydney Cannon.
Sid Cannon, welcome. Well, and we're glad that you joined us for the class and you're taking home a great kitchen knife set. So congratulations to
Congratulations.
you. Just remember, as always, things don't always go as planned.
But don't worry.
There is a Boulevard solution. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Nice job.